Hi, I'm Kat, and I'm back with episode 2 of Pomegranates and Daffodils, a modern-day retelling of Persephone and Hades. Persephone. Quit smiling at me like that, girl. This is serious. He snarled right up in my face. His light blue eyes widened in shock when he focused on my wide, green eyes up close. Before I could stop him, this strange man I was sure I'd never met before swipes the fur-lined hat off my head, causing all of my long, strawberry blonde hair to come tumbling down around my shoulders, falling clear to my waist. Gasping indignantly, I snatched my hat back from his unresisting fingers, thankful for the large, bulky coat that hid the rest of me from his prying gaze. It was bad enough my curls were whipping around in the ever-present wind, the wind made worse by the traffic passing us like we weren't sitting in the middle of the intersection causing a major hazard. No, he gasps, his handsome face blanching as he took a step back. Can't be you. Possible. I don't know who you think I am, but I am not her. We have never met before, I assure you, I tell him tersely, jamming my hat back on his head and haphazardly stuffing my long hair back under it as best as I could. Now, if you would excuse me, I need to get home. My mother's waiting for me. I was more than a little shaken up by the events leading up to this meeting. I power walked as fast as I safely could to the other side of the road, not looking back at what was clearly meant to be my death, and attempted to put the strange meeting out of my head. It took several blocks of walking through the snow, but I finally spotted my house. All thoughts of handsome strangers faded as I ran up the sidewalk and slammed through my front door, home, safe at last. Percy? My mom called out from her office in her bedroom, followed by a fit of coughing. Yeah, Mom, it's me. I hurried down the hall and into her room. She was perched on the edge of her office chair in front of a computer. Her headset light was thankfully off, indicating she wasn't on a call. I wish you would tell me what was wrong with you, I grumble, almost under my breath, handing her a cup of water she kept on the corner of her desk. I have told you 100 times there is nothing wrong with me that a Benadryl and some Tylenol can't fix. She smiles at me, her attempt at humor falling flat with her obvious exhaustion. Dark circles seemed to be carved permanently under her eyes. Her rich mahogany hair now had a sprinkling of gray that hadn't been there 6 months ago. Of course, I drawled, letting the argument go. This wasn't the time. I had already survived the near-death experience with a handsome stranger and his oddly named driver. I had homework due before midnight that needed my attention more than forcing answers out of my closed-lip mother. We can talk about this later, Mom. I have an essay due that'll drop my GPA if I don't finish it soon. I love you. See you at dinner. We didn't really have any real routine or anything. My classwork and the research I conducted caused me to have odd hours most days, and her work as an insurance claims adjuster kept my mother busy with an odd schedule as well. Yet dinner is when we came together and shared our day, the ups and downs and everything in between. It was only the two of us after all. My father, or a sperm donor such as he might as well be called, left my mom when she was pregnant with me. I managed to chase him down on social media several years ago, finding him in California with his new perfect 3.5 family and a high-profile career living in a beachside house. Whatever, we didn't need his loser ass to be happy anyway. Mom and I were doing better without his emotional baggage. I headed to my room, dropping my backpack off on my bed harder than was necessary, giving some of my pent-up emotions an outlet. Stupid men, always stepping in when they weren't wanted or needed, or worse, leaving everything in a ruin behind them. Who needs them? I huff at myself, taking a seat at my desk and waking up my computer. I had assignments due. The first was a stupid piece of busy work from a teacher who wanted to prove that a scholarship student at their prestigious school deserved to be there. I got these every so often, having to earn my spot by writing a fluffy piece of trash and being forced to submit it on a short timeline. Well, joke's on my AP teacher. I loved writing essays. I got this one out with 2 extra pages and an hours to spare before I began working on my more important homework that wasn't due for a week. I always managed to get extra credit for turning it in early either way. My grades and my position at the top of the class were looking better and better. I was on the fast track to graduating my senior year of high school with the highest honors and already halfway through my BS degree. That concludes episode 2 of Pomegranates and Daffodils. You can find me on Amazon Vella under Kat D. Vermillion. I have many more episodes than just this. If you like me reading out loud to you, let me know. Have a great day.